does that not look like the forms for the rock work on the actual island? Like they're actually going to get it ready to complete. Those look near complete of rocks. Well, I just could not take any more of the excitement. I've got to come down to Route 66 to see what's going on with these lights. You know what I should do? Let's go take a look at what that single rider line looks like. What a beautiful sight Route 66 is, by the way. Wouldn't you agree? Love neon. Neon's my homie. I love neon. You know what I love? Are ground effects on cars. Neon ground effects. That's cool. What about those shoes? Those people that have neon, like lights on their shoes. Oh, that's cool. I wish I could get a pair of those. I don't think I can pull that off, though. Looks good for single rider. I cannot see the end of the line. It's out of my sight, which is an excellent sign. This could be 5 or 10 minutes. 10 minutes it was, freshman, if that. I get so excited.
Here for the big race, huh? It's gonna be fun! Hey, you ever gone tractor tipping? It's easy. You sneak up on him and honk. Ready? Don't let Frank catch him. Honk!
On this planet.
Yippee.
Welcome to Race Day.
And Radiator Springs.
A champion needs speed
And style.
Luigi, give our friend your best.
Welcome for you, my friend. Only the best. Fix up. Oh, look. Oh, what time. Now you look like a real race car. Going up to the starting line. Okay.
It takes more than new tires to win a race. I'm your new crew chief.
denizens of the Cars, what do you call it, universe, how they do the things they do. I know how, I've seen it done. In Cars 2, there's a scene, real quick, they show the guy painting in, oh good. They show a guy painting in Paris, and it's an attachment to his wheel. There's a little, like it's a cuff that attaches to his wheel or something, and then he moves it around. But did they have that when they were cave cars? Like, you know, that was technology right there. So, in what? Now that I'm thinking about cave cars, cars by themselves are they're a technological advancement. What would the cave car be? Like a Flintstone thing, I guess? I don't know. Yeah, there we go. That works. Secondly, I find this kind of, from time to time, I experience, especially when you're in cars. I mean, when you're on Radiator Springs Racers, and you're inside the dark ride portion, and you're going through Radiator Springs at night. Is it kind of surreal? Am I the only one who, or do you guys feel like it's surreal, knowing we're in a land that's basically a miniature version of Radiator Springs that's in the movie, riding a ride that's a miniature version of itself? Let's go figure. It's like many levels deep. Gonna do it for me tonight. Fresh baked. It's getting chilly. You know what's awesome, guys? So far, crossing my fingers, knocking on wood, and throwing a little salt that I can't eat over my shoulder. This has been a fairly traditional summer, and then transition into fall this year. Because I don't know if you remember, last year it was hot from August through November at least. It was just hot. There were so many really hot days last fall that it was unbearable. We didn't have a fall. We went right into winter. And the winter was bad too. Anyway, having said that, it's getting a little chilly. I'm going to head out because I'm not prepared for this chilly weather. So thank you for joining me tonight, and we'll be back tomorrow morning with Star Wars Land Report. Oh, and by the way, before I forget, it's still Friday, and one of the things I forgot to mention when I got here was that I missed the meet. I mean, I wasn't expecting to make the whole thing. It was at 2 o'clock, and I'm a working man. But I tried to make it to the back end of the meet, but apparently it got it was kind of popular. There was enough people there to create a situation where there was too many people. I guess they were waiting in lines or whatever to see Sara, and I thought that was really cool. So thank you guys for coming to meet Sara here at Downtown Disney. For those of you who did, I'm sorry I didn't get to meet any of you. I got here at like maybe 15 minutes after she left the park. So I got here just a little bit too late. But anyway, you guys, thank you for showing up for her and for supporting Fresh Baked. We love you guys very, very much. And we love you also for joining us on Fresh Baked Presents. Nice segue, Dave. As we walk down Wayne Vista Street, I want to remind everybody that we are turning it on. We're turning Fresh Baked Presents back on. If you're looking for, I'm going to start moving stuff over there, and you'll be able to find, acoustics, ride-throughs, parades, it shows, unboxings, things of that nature on Fresh Baked Presents, and we'll be limiting the proper Fresh Baked Disney channel for trip reports, secrets, and Star Wars Land updates, and other construction updates as they happen, because you guys realize we are, oh my gosh, I was just coming in and Man, what they're going to be doing to the entrance over here, you know, where the buses come up, we got the transportation hub and the new parking structure, the new Disneyland hotels coming up. They're building over there by the Mickey and Friends parking structure. They're building a space shuttle so we can fly to Disneyland and go to Disneyland on the moon. I mean, our plate is full. All right, so having said that, good night, guys, and I'll see you in the morning. Fresh baked and stuff. Yeah, right? Once again, Fresh Baked, we're back on top of the Mickey and Friends parking structure where Ian and I have been talking for about 15 minutes about stuff and we forgot to talk about it while the camera's rolling. Okay, so there's a lot going on. We didn't get to do a midweek report, so it's going to look like a lot more progress has been made, and that's because a lot more progress has been made. All right, so let's take a look here. The pool. Okay, before I move any further, there are people who are saying, David, you're being ridiculous. It's not a pool. Literally, Ian. Yeah. There are people saying that I don't know what I'm talking about. That's not a pool. Here's what I have to say to you. Watch this clip. All right, you guys. For those of you who are saying it's not a pool, I beg to differ. That's a pool. They're putting water in that sucker. It's days before we see a diving board.
I see weeks, maybe still weeks out until the diving board comes in.
There's a diving board, and we're going to see some synchronized swimmers up in that thing. Yeah, suckers. They're filling that thing up with water, okay? Let's go swimming, Fresh Baked.
It's so deep you can't even see the water hit the bottom.
That's right. It's deep. That's a deep-ass pool.
Yeah.
Anyway, they built it further. You can't even see the bottom.
Yeah.
Right? Can't even see the bottom. That's impressive. Oh, no, wait, the truck is the bottom, isn't it? I think the truck is floating in midair, actually. Because I couldn't see the...
You've got some weird issues.
I got some weird eyes,
man.
yeah. I couldn't see the bottom on the left side, and I thought, okay, but then I realized there's a truck right there, so yes, we can't see the bottom. Unless the truck is outside of the pool.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The white truck is outside the pool.
Okay, never mind. Can't see the bottom.
Yeah, no, you can't.
I thought the truck was in the pool. I'm the worst at this. I'm going to fire myself. Okay,
Zero depth perception, okay? How's you driving?
What? What's going on? I still want to know what that little access way, well, I don't know access, but whatever the little smaller rectangle that juts out to the left. That the bars are over, yeah. What are they doing there? Let's talk about these walls right here. Wow, have they got complete, or more complete than they were last week. They look like you can almost start to see some pattern brewing here. What to my eye, which is often wrong, so correct me. The two main areas that are completed, the concrete walls are completed. I don't know if you guys saw that or not. Hopefully you did. It looks like it's forming like a wedge of sorts, and that's where the Phantasmic storage is going to be entering. Like as it passes right here, it's going to turn a little left, and then the actual storage is kind of, you know, pointing out away from us. Let's talk about the walls over here.
This is totally not our most second or third take, first try.
This is not our third or fourth try, no.
Totally first try.
Let's take a look at those walls over here. They are looking more and more like a perimeter, a left boundary, as it were, of the river. The reason why, I kind of wonder, like, my mind, I'm such a, what do you want to call it? I just want it to be smooth and even. Like, I want to finish it. It's like an OCD thing or something. Yeah. But obviously, these are going to be natural looking environments. So they're going to be mountains or like hills or what do you want to call it?
Rock formations.
Rock formations of varying heights and depths. So that's what we're seeing. That's why we see it kind of jigsawy, because it's not going to be regular, right? It's nature's at work here. But that's your left side, and the train is. We're expecting the train to follow along. God, we can almost. We're just so close. It feels like we're so close. Now that asks the question, though. The walls that we're seeing here must be obscured from us. I'm thinking, like, we're not going to see those even, smooth-looking walls while we're on the train or
no, of course not.
On the river.
Of course not.
Right?
No.
Those walls will be behind the waterfall, etc.
Yeah.
Now, here's something I want to show you guys. Somebody pointed this out to me. They showed me a picture, and I'm going to zoom in a little bit. And I think they're right, because I don't know how well this is going to come out, because I have to super zoom, and my camera doesn't can't go in that far, so I can't take a still. I'm going to try to take a still right here. But am I not wrong in, oh boy, does that not look like the forms for the rock work on the actual island? Like they're actually going to get it ready to complete. Those look near complete of rocks.
they're going to be on the Tom Sawyers side of the island.
And to be fair, we haven't been able to see that side of the river this whole time. It's
we haven't been able to see
obscured
anything. It's been
So
it's been
for
hidden
all we
from
know,
us.
the whole river bottom on that side could already be concreted up.
Yeah.
And who knows?
But that's an interesting sign right there that we can see so much of that. Like, but why just that spot? I wonder if that's what that is.
Oh, they could be working their way around.
Are they? Well, are they not? Maybe they're not putting in a lot of different kinds of rock work on that side because it is kind of supposed to be an island, more like trees and dirt, right? Because there weren't a lot of rocks there before, were there? I think that's pretty interesting, and hopefully I get a decent snap that I can examine that closer. Now, oh, by the way, let's go back to the pool. Looking at the image that Robert Holtz gave us, that definitely is, that right there is where the escape attraction is going to be.
Where the big mega show building will be.
Yes, if Robert is correct, that's where the big show building is going to be. Now, it's bigger than that,
Yeah.
but that's where it's going to be. It's going to be in Area 2, I think we called this. Area 2 is going to be the battle escape. What escape from what? I don't know. I can't remember. But that is what that's going to be. And then the Millennium Falcon attraction is going to be over here.
Roughly where the mountain of dirt is.
Well, it's back to Spielberg Mountain again. Look at that.
It went up a bit as they dug out the pool.
Yeah, there must be. Must be. Oh, look at that! Now, am I seeing things, Ian, or have they fabricated those beams that have been just standalone for so long?
No, those have had lagging in the last couple of weeks. I've been trying to point out.
Have they?
Yeah, they've been building up the lagging. I've mentioned it.
What's lagging?
In this case, it's just boards filling the space, sort of like for retaining walls.
And you've been trying to tell me that?
Yeah.
I haven't.
No, you haven't noticed at all.
I am
It's
the
cool.
worst.
Don't worry about it.
Because I've never seen that before.
Well, you
Maybe
can
that's why I
see
didn't.
Back behind the tunnel, they're trying to do the same thing on a smaller scale behind the tunnel.
Let's talk about that tunnel, Ian, because
Let's.
it looks beautiful.
It does.
That is for real. That's kind of like the rock work that we just saw over there on the island. That's like, for me,
I'm picturing the train going over
it's
it.
going to go
people
right
walking
over that.
under it.
Yes, and that tunnel is going to empty out approximately to where,
Probably the Imperial Shuttle is on the concept art.
maybe, yeah, and then it'll exit out into Fantasyland about where the Village House is at the end of Fantasyland.
Like just past like the double gates, probably.
Right where the gates were. That's what we're guessing. Now, somebody said somebody said, well, they could plainly see the Frontierland entrance or tunnel. Wait, did I lose the script again? Here we go. Somebody said you could plainly see the Frontierland tunnel. I don't know where that is.
See the retracted crane with the red base?
Yeah?
Just past that,
Okay, yeah.
go to the tunnels going into that right
Oh, I see. That little dark area right there?
Yeah.
I think he's saying right there.
Because the summit just to the left, it is the retaining wall to the dirt.
You're right, and it does look like it's built up, rather, it's been fortified.
Yep.
Okay, so that's the entrance to front. Oh my God. Oh. You know what? I want to talk about this for a second. I'm worried, Ian.
What about?
In 2 years when we go to the Star Wars land for the first time,
Right.
I'm worried that I'm going to be disappointed. Like we're going to hype it up for 2.5 years and talk about it, and then we get there and it's like, this is stupid. You think that's going to happen? Because that's how I felt before I walked into Cars Land. That's how I felt before I went into Force Awakens.
Well, were you actually disappointed though?
Shit.
You're still there?
No, I wasn't disappointed.
So, despite your worry, you'd be disappointed they
I just worry.
Understandable. I still have I want Rogue One to be good. I've still got those worries that
I know, right?
somehow it won't be. I want it to be, but
it just sucks because then you're just like, oh my God, I wanted it to be good, and it's not.
Then it gives all the people who are whining about it justification to yell at us more.
Right. This is stupid.
I want to be able to say, see, it's great.
Yeah, that's what I really want. Yeah, it's beautiful. Because there are a lot of people who are complaining about Star Wars Land and how it's going to destroy Disneyland and this and that. And I want it to be magnificent.
It's a cancer on the parks corrupting Walt Street.
Right. But Walt would have had this dream too, you guys. He really would have. He would have had this dream too.
Whether or not he would have bought properties, I don't know. But I do think Star Wars has the kind of adventure and themes of fun and friendship that he would have done.
They made a whole movie about him trying to buy the Mary Poppins.
That's true.
Right?
That's absolutely true.
He just tried to straight up buy that.
That's true.
So it's not like he didn't have that thought in his head. Well, you can't. There's not a whole lot going on here. It doesn't look like at the Hungry Bear that's any different than what we've seen before. But I do like to look at. You can see the crowd flowing along the fence line where the where the Davy Crockett canoes would be. Mm-hmm. That's kind of neat. And you can see the skyline. I think that's it right there of
New Orleans Square.
New Orleans Square
the
and
top of the Columbia.
Yeah, the Columbia.
And the tower in the distance.
And then Tower of Terror, aka what's it called again?
The worst name.
Worst name in the world? Yeah.
Like, you guys, you're making it hard for me to support you. You really are. You're making it tough. I want to help you.
I really want to help you out. Yeah.
But Operation Breakout.
Operation Breakout? Is that what it's called?
Mission Breakout. Sorry, Mission Breakout.
Come on.
That's what you name a poor like branded tie-in comic.
Mission Breakout. Okay, so not much to report on from the Hungry Bear, but it does. I mean, it kind of does give you some perspective when you come out from this angle how the river's going to look as it makes its way around the Hungry Bear and starts turning right inside those walls and forms being put up. One thing that we are getting a clearer picture of here on this side is the Fantasmic storage. Let's see, right there. That rectangular section there, it looks pretty deep actually.
Yeah.
That's a high wall. That's your Fantasmic storage right there. And see that little opening? That's where the boats will go in, and then they'll turn right a little bit. Am I still in? Yeah. They'll turn right a little bit into that rectangular area. That's fantastic.
You could even say it's fantastic.
It's Fantasmic. That's what that is. Yes, it's Fantasmic. I now have a few things that we can really hang our hat on. We've got 2 tunnels. We've got the Fantasmic storage and possibly that rock work over there on Tom Sawyers Island. Hell yeah! Okay, sorry. I'll take that back. I'm really excited, Fresh Baked. Okay.
We've got lots more videos for you to see, so grab a churro and check out our Star Wars Land updates from the Knothole Gang, or maybe our Secrets in History videos. Or you can just watch all of our weekly trip reports and have your mind blown by how much fun we're having. We truly are the best of Disney Baked Fresh Daily. And don't forget, you can support Fresh Baked by joining our Patreon campaign or by buying a Fresh Baked t-shirt. Thanks again for watching, everybody. Fresh Baked!